come down to this, the final game. We will have everybody gearing up, and the mascots getting ready, making sure the head adjustments are all set there, or I guess figuring out who may wear the head for the Hopkins Royal mascot, as their basketball team's going to take on the undefeated Eastview Lightning here to decide the Class 4A championship for this year here in the state of Minnesota in girls basketball. I think we finally have a winner for that contest. We're going to determine a winner in our basketball contest right here on 45 TV. I'm Chris Long, joined by Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Marissa, what can you tell us about the Hopkins? We've seen them so many times here before.
Everything you need to know about Hopkins is that they love to score. They average 78 points a game, so look for every single Hopkins player to be pushing the basketball.
It's their 10th finals appearance, all in the last 15 years. They've won 6 titles. Eastview won back in 2014. Tell us a little bit about the Lightning, Jenny.
Well, Eastview needs to value each possession. They need to limit their turnovers and do whatever they can to disrupt Hopkins' offense. Easier said than done, Chris.
Especially because they boast the Metro Player of the Year in Paige Bueckers. She's just a sophomore, but she is a special basketball player. In their semifinal victory over Roseville, she had 21 points as they won 61-34. What is it about Bueckers that makes her so good, Marissa?
I think obviously there's the physical component. She's tall, she's lanky, she's silky smooth. She can shoot the basketball outside. She can take it towards the basket here. But I think the best thing about Paige Bueckers as a sophomore, she's mentally tough.
Averages 22, scored 21 in that semi. You see Hopkins beat Forest Lake and Roseville to get to tonight's championship Saturday appearance. As for Eastview, they are led by a Miss Basketball nominee, Megan Walstad. Jenny.
The thing I liked about Megan Walstad from the semifinal game was that she didn't get a lot of opportunities in the first half. Lakeville North did a nice job defensively, and she didn't get frustrated or flustered. She just lets the game come to her. She takes what the defense gives her and gets off great shots, scores really well inside, is very mobile.
And she's got some help offensively. Mariah Alapate scored 14 points to go with Megan Walstad's 10 in that semifinal win over Lakeville North. They held Lakeville North without a field goal for an 8-minute span in the second half as they came from behind to win that game 57-47. We have one game left in the girls basketball season. Eastview, Hopkins, one will be champions of Class 4A. We'll tip it off coming up after this with Dave Lee and Leah B. Olson.
Target Center, one more game, and what's interesting, I think, about this matchup between Hopkins and Eastview, because we know they're both powers in girls basketball, Leah, but although they're different conferences, it's become somewhat of a rivalry, to say the least.
Well, Coach Cochran says that everyone's a rival to Hopkins, so that's the way he looks at it. But I think what's different is Hopkins comes in here and they're all about pressure, disrupting you, and thriving on your mistakes. Eastview is all about being efficient. We have 5 players. We shoot better than Hopkins. So if Eastview can take care of the basketball, I think they're going to be in good shape, but it's going to be a great game. And the 2 players we're going to focus on, Mariah Alapate is an excellent player who her coach says needs to stay on the court tonight, stay out of foul trouble, rebound and defend. Now, Amaya battle for Hopkins. Coach Cosgras thinks the world of her, says this young 8th grader could be the difference in this game. She's heady and tough and smart, and he doesn't want to put too much pressure on her because she's just in 8th grade.
The players to watch are brought to you by Mills House. Try it out at the house. One more champion to crown here on Championship Saturday. And we're going to head over to Dave Giles for a special presentation this evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Target Center to the 2018 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament and to Championship Saturday. This is the Class 4A State Championship game, and it features the Section 3 champion with a record of 31-0, the Lightning from Eastview High School, located in Apple Valley, and the Section 6 champion with a record of 28-3, the Royals from Hopkins High School. Basketball fans, before we meet the starting lineups for the Class 4A State Championship game, we direct your attention to the basketball floor for a special ceremony. We would like to take this opportunity to recognize and honor Dave Stead. Dave has served as the executive director for the Minnesota State High School League for more than 3 decades. He is the longest-serving executive director in the 101-year history of the Minnesota State High School League. Dave's leadership, passion, and commitment to education-based activities have created numerous initiatives and opportunities for student participants throughout the state. He has helped to present medals and trophies to thousands of students. But today, we want to present Dave and his wife, Kathy, with a framed, customized high school league jersey, honoring them as true champions of high school activity programs. On the frame, the inscription reads, David V. Stead, 1986 to 2018, Executive Director, Minnesota State High School League. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and put your hands together to honor Dave Stead for his legacy of leadership and service. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's state championship game. They will be introduced alternately, starting with Eastview at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 23, Mariah Alapate. At forward for Hopkins, a 6' senior, number 25, Angelina Hammond. At forward for the Lightning, a 6' senior, number 31, Andrea Abrams. At guard for the Royals, a 5'11" sophomore, number 1, Paige Bueckers. At forward for Eastview, a 6'2" senior, number 45, Megan Walstad. At guard for Hopkins, a 5'8" senior, number 3, Raina Suggs. At guard for the Lightning, a 5'10" junior, number 4, Emma Carpenter. At guard for the Royals, a 5'7" 8th grader, number 5, Amaya Bannell. At guard for Eastview, a 5'9" junior, number 21, Macy Guebert. And at guard for Hopkins, a 5'7" junior, number 33, Dlayla Chakolis. The Eastview assistant coaches are Bree Zabel and Ellen Spica. The head coach of the Eastview Lightning is Molly Casper. The Hopkins assistant coaches are Chuck Burmeister and Mike Contreras. The head coach of the Hopkins Royals is Brian Cosgriff. The officials for the Class 4A state championship game are Rick Baker of Big Lake, Cheryl Bolitho of Minneapolis, and James Harding of Northfield.
Just about set for Game 4 on this championship Saturday here on 45 TV, and it should be a beauty. Let's check out our lineups brought to you by Education Minnesota, the voice for professional educators and students.
Well, after a great day of basketball, and we've already crowned 3 champions, this is a big game everyone's been waiting for. 2 great teams with so many talented players on their court.
Not even trying to talk over the band, much less the line playing cymbals. There we go. Set to go, and the tip right away. Hopkins, quick, fast break off of it. What a start, Suggs.
Setting the tone right from the tip. And now here comes the defense, the relentless pressure D. They get their points from turning you over. They get a lot of extra points, I should say, from turning you over.
You know, Robbinsdale Cooper just won their very first state girls basketball tournament earlier, and that's kind of the format they've gone with, kind of watching that Cosgrove defense and using that. What a drive down inside by Megan Walstad.
Well, the key is you have to have the right personnel for it. And, well, obviously, Robbinsdale Cooper has it, and this Hopkins team has it. That's a Maya Battle, who is just the 8th grader.
Bueckers, much talked about. Hopkins guard with a 2.
Come in here focused. You can see that both of these teams starting off right away, high intensity, focused in. It's going to be all about who gets to dictate the tempo of this game.
Carpenter to Guebert. Carpenter all the way to the other side now, trying to get something going on the middle. Nothing there. To Guebert, to the hoop. What a start to this one.
And that's Macy Guebert is one of the players that Coach Casper talked to me about before the game and said, I would love for her to have a big game, but she goes, she always does for us.
Bueckers that time steps back so she can get the triple.
She's being aggressive, Bueckers, and getting involved in the offense and making sure that she does a great job of running the show and distributing the ball, but she's looking to score right away in this one.
Guebert. Carpenter. Underneath in the hands of Alapate. Everybody is touching the ball.
Yeah, Alapate is a player that they really want to be successful in this game. She does so many little things for him.
Bueckers is just decided to take this thing over. Man, she's going in and scoring 9-6. And that inbound pass, Carpenter will get there. All the way down, will it be coast to coast? And it'll be charged. Keys to the game, Leah.
Eastview, team effort, get everyone involved, and they have staunch D2 for Hopkins. It's their relentless D. They turn you over and get Bueckers involved early, and that's exactly what they've done at the start of this game.
Brought to you by the Greater Twin Cities Honda dealers, proud sponsors of Minnesota youth basketball. 9-6, Hopkins with the early lead and the ball. Chakolis will dish it off to Suggs, and she'll back it up. On the drive, nothing there. Cross court. A Maya Battle. You mentioned the 8th grader. When Bueckers got hurt earlier this year, she had to come over and take charge, and that's really where she matured and just made this team even better.
We had a quick look at her last year as a 7th grader and thought she was pretty fantastic then, but boy, does she look like a completely different player this year.
Alapate guarded by Bueckers.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's a quick little call, but it's a good call.
Timeout. 14:59 to go. First half. State title. Championship Saturday.
Welcome back to Target Center, where it's not often that a team will describe themselves as being old school, but that's exactly how Coach Casper is describing her team. She says nowadays expectations are only for scoring, being flashy, and getting individual accolades. But this team is so special, she says, in regards to playing the game the way it's meant to be played. Pass the ball, make that extra pass, love the success of others, play team defense, and be the best teammate in the process. Casper actually went on to say that this is a team she'd love to write a book about someday.
Yeah, thanks, Allie. I bet there's a lot of stories we don't know, but a lot of those, I bet, would be about unselfishness with this squad.
Well, I do think that's what's unique about Eastview is that they have so many good players and not so much one star player. And when you have a team like that, you have to get players to buy into their roles, and that's exactly what Coach Casper has gotten them to do. And because of that, they've been such a great team over the years and in another state championship game.
Carpenter gets it over to Alapate. And there's a wow, what a nice feed to Guebert. Can't get the shot, but drew the foul, but that's heads up. Good court presence by Mariah.
Yeah, just a great vision seeing her teammates. That's where you can tell there's a lot of trust on this team. Alapate knowing that the cut is going to be there from Guebert. And so you trust that you can get the pass there.
And Guebert got it. Yeah, talking about vision. Mariah's vision of basketball. I think that could be a hit single. That's my thoughts. But
let's work on that later.
Yeah. I might just write that up and give it to some artist later after the game. It is 12-8 here. Bueckers has 10 of her team's 12 points already.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be important for her to come out right away and be aggressive and not defer so much to her teammates.
You know, Coach Casper rather, has got to get ready for softball Monday.
Monday already?
She's a softball coach. She's got to get to work Monday.
Yeah,
nice
she'll get
steal.
Sunday off.
Wow. To the hoop, Suggs, nothing there. Bueckers having a good start. Just keeps hitting those shots. Has she missed yet? Lead pass, Alapate can't get there. Did Bueckers touch it? No. 14-8. Polster's called a pretty good, darn well this year on the final polls. They got Eastview and Hopkins are 1 or 2. We saw it in most everyone. The only one, Sleepy Eye, slipped in there as an unranked team. And they were a nice looking team too.
Yeah.
Otherwise the polls have been pretty much right on. Chakolis can't get it.
Let's see if Eastview can settle in here a little bit.
Carpenter. Looking for somebody in the middle, nothing there. Boy, good defense.
This is where they make it difficult, and they're gonna make you force up shots you might not ordinarily take.
Cassidy Carson, the freshman, is coming for Eastview. And Bueckers again. Man, she is just on fire here. 16-8. She's got 14 of the points.
I know the game is. Yeah, she's so aggressive so quickly, and she makes it look so easy that you kind of look up and go, wait, where did she get all those points?
Emma Carpenter will dish it off. Guebert on the drive. She's bumped, and that foul will be on Battle, the 8th grader. There's a good look at Paige, 5'11", sophomore.
She is being recruited by probably every school in the country, but probably the most notable is Gino Ariema, and UConn has been in here quite a bit to see her.
Can they be here for this tournament? Can a college coach be here? They can be, huh?
Yep.
If they pay their admission or whatever?
Sit up in the stands.
Yeah, I thought there was some.
I'm pretty sure.
Carpenter with a basketball now, and he's trying to get something going for the Lightning. The three-pointer is too hard. Rebound hauled down by Angie Hammond. She's going to Siena next year. Chakolis on the fast break will have a chance at 3. Dlayla Chakolis.
She's another special player. Just a 5'7" junior. Stepped up big. Nice outlet pass. Goes court to court, coast to coast. And what I like about Chakolis is she doesn't hesitate at all. She feels confident taking it in.
Well, Bueckers doesn't score the time, but she does get the assist.
She's going to get a lot of those.
Got it. Timeout. Eastview with 12:21 to go in the first half. 19-8. Hopkins is off to a red-hot start. Representing the Lake Conference, Eastview out of the South Suburban, where they went 18-0. They had 3 teams in this tournament out of that conference.
A lot of good teams coming through there, and as you said at the top of the show, Dave, these 2 teams definitely have established a rivalry with each other. Both of them just loaded with talent, but different styles of play.
Yeah, unicorn. Got a unicorn and a butterfly at the Hopkins
I like
band.
it.
Got a leprechaun in the band. Another, well, I don't know if that's a leprechaun, but, and a packer. Let's see what kind of reaction Ed gets in here. Lightning looking down court. Carson's there and can't get it.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Walstad with the rebound. Nice look.
There you go. That's taking your time. That looks like good basketball by Abrams.
Yeah. 19-10. Bueckers going to go right to it. And she's going to get that basket. It does count.
Wow.
Okay, has she even missed yet? That's my question, because if she hasn't, that's 7 consecutive field goals. What's the record, 9?
She is 6 for 6. 2 for 2 from the 3.
Keep an eye on that. Inbound pass. 22-10 will come to the Lightning. They'll bring it up. Emma Carpenter, 8-point average, 5'10" sophomore, picked up out there by Raina Suggs, a 5'8" senior. Raina's an honorable mention All-State. Got a few of them in this game. Walstad. Hammond's got a hand on it. No shot. Here comes Suggs pushing it up.
This is where Hopkins loves to make points off of your mistakes.
Bueckers' shot. That one's off. 22-10. Carpenter kind of controlling the tempo of the game for Eastview. And there's Megan Walstad.
She's a player that could really have a big night here that Eastview will look to at 6'2". She can do some damage inside.
And that's not going to count. There's a foul prior to that shot. And the foul is on. You can see it down low. Let's see where it's at. It's on Hopkins. Here comes Guebert. 10-point lead for the Royals. Megan Walstad.
Eastview having to take their time on the offense, spread it out a little bit.
Good battle. Look at Walstad and Hammond mixing it up down there.
This is going to be all about coming off screens hard and good cuts because the defense isn't going to allow anything and you still get turned over. Yeah,
right into the hands of Kayla Adams. And a shot by Suggs for three.
Sometimes teams come in here hot and ready to play, and the Hopkins Royals have done that.
Guebert. Looking for something. Hopkins with that pesky defense as usual. Abrams. Carpenter had it knocked loose momentarily, picks it up. Abrams, now they got a shot for Walstad on the baseline, and she nails it.
Nice job by the Lightning, realizing that they could take advantage as the Royals were short a player on defense.
Bueckers to Hammond. Adams. Suggs. Backs it up, pops a three, that's off. Walstad. Clear. Carpenter. Abrams. And the Carpenter going to set it up now. Guarded tightly out there by Kayla Adams. Off of the pick, Walstad. Abrams, nice move to the hoop. Can't hit it. And a whistle, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by the Royals.
Quality lives here.
In last year's Class 4A final was a battle of unbeatens. Elk River took on Hopkins, and the Elks did it on both ends of the court with defense and offense. Elk River had a balanced attack from Danielle Lockmiller. Kelsey Cox had their way to a 64-60 win over previously undefeated Hopkins. The Elks' 32-0 record was just the 6th perfect season in 4A history.
Elk River has brought some really good teams into this state tournament. And they tend to always have really good volleyball teams as well. Well coached, great athletes.
Walstad with a bucket. 9-point spread. Bueckers to Adams. Kayla's a sophomore, by the way. No shot there. The pass picked off by Alapate, the Lightning, over to Walstad, back to Carpenter. 8:30 in the first half. Walstad, quick move to the hoop, can't get the shot. Bounced out into the hands of Suggs. He's in a hurry. Kicks it to the corner. Adams now trying to direct a little traffic there from the corner. Carson guarding Bueckers and knocks the ball off her leg and off of the Lightning, so underneath the Hopkins basket.
Now there's a good pace to this game. Both of the teams are pushing the ball, but they're not playing too fast.
Yeah, we've seen some of that, haven't we?
Yeah, sometimes you want to play faster than you actually can.
Rebound. Lightning. Bueckers trying to draw a call there. And here comes Carpenter. Walstad pulled way outside, guarded by Hammonds. That's a nice matchup between those two. Guebert, good swing down underneath the Alapate.
To see how well coached Eastview is. They just are in the right places at the right time. Great communication, just kind of heady basketball players.
25-18. Hopkins with the lead. 7.5. First half. Reyna Suggs inside. Chakolis. It's a good spot for her.
She's so good. I love her game.
Yeah. Carpenter. Guarded by Battle. Let's take a look at the start for Paige Bueckers, the sophomore for Hopkins.
Hopkins was hoping she would start hot, and that's exactly what Paige Bueckers did right from the get-go on this one, hitting big shots. Her ability to slide into the basket. She's lean and mean and nimble and has finesse and can hit big outside shots.
Lightning, Alapate. Guebert. Oh, thought about it. There's a dish to Alapate and right to the hoop and draws a foul.
That's it.
They got a plan. They're sticking to it, aren't they?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what they need her to do because she's so strong physically and she moves well without the basketball.
Hammond on the foul. Mariah Alapate, 5'9" senior. She's had a great tournament.
They got to keep her cutting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, finding ways to get extra points.
Violation on the lane, so that's no shot. That's going to go to Hopkins.
Those things matter in a championship game.
Bueckers going to set it up. Not quite as frantic right here now. Slowing it down a little bit, as much as they will. Suggs, that's off. Rebound is going to sail out of bounds. So Eastview get the ball back. Hopkins, number 2 seed in the tournament. Eastview, number 1 seed in this tournament. Championship Saturday on 45 TV. Brought to you by 45 TV. Nice crowds here tonight.
There's a banana.
From the office, Dwight Schrute. All right, what is that?
What's that, a Christmas tree?
Oh, that's what it is.
It's pretty creative.
You're pretty cool, pretty quick on your part. I just had it for an hour and a half.
Why not come as a Christmas tree?
With the ball now, the Lightning down by 9. Trying to get back into this. A 3 would go a long way. It did. Carpenter, good board underneath, and she'll put her up and in.
Yeah, Eastview kind of sneaking back into this game.
7-point difference. Bueckers came out on fire. She'll pop that one. Looks good.
Yeah, you got to have an answer, and I'm not sure there is an answer for Paige Bueckers, but
Guebert, oh, great lead pass over to Abrams.
And Abrams does a good job waiting, letting the defense go and making the easy layup.
Paige Bueckers looks back at head coach Brian Cosgriff, the McAllister grad.
That's a double team.
A little trap. They got it. It worked. Turnover. Here comes Carpenter.
This would be a big possession for Eastview to score on.
Guebert, the runner. Too much. Alapate was trying to get the rebound. There was a foul of some contact underneath. That might be on Adams. Yeah. Alapate's a worker under the bench. You know, it's no surprise Hopkins always is scrappy down there, and Alapate's got that same makeup, man. She's a fighter down there.
Yeah, and she's always moving.
Mariah at the free throw line. Trying to draw her team a little bit closer. She does to 6, trying to make it a 5-point gap. And got it. So Eastview kind of climbing slowly back into this thing. Paige Bueckers, a 22-point average. She's almost there already. She's carrying the load right now as far as points are concerned, but she's been red hot. Why wouldn't she shoot? Backing it up, Walstad comes out on her now. Adams. Kayla trying to get position for that shot. She'll take her down to the baseline. Good defense by the Lightning.
Yeah, and this is the thing about both of these teams. They both have great defenses, just a little bit different styles.
Well, I don't know how you stop that shot.
Yeah.
You did everything right, and she just puts up a left-handed, almost like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shot.
Right. Yeah, the defense was solid, and it still didn't matter.
Walstad, good cross-hand dribble, then the spin move, trying to give her defender there. But nice coverage, though, too. Walstad made some good moves, but didn't fool the defender.
Yeah, if Eastview can work on that three-point shot and start hitting that, they'll be right in this game.
Bueckers now picked up by Carpenter, looking for a screen.
And that helps waiting there, right there for her.
Suggs. The drive, too hard. Abrams, she's off to a good start.
Eastview doing a great job on the rebounds.
Carpenter, Abrams, she pops up for that three. Rebound, Alapate. That's knocked out of bounds. That'll remain Lightning basketball.
Oh, I thought she was going to get a foul on that one.
Alapate will take a break. Lauren Glass will come in. For Eastview. Eastview's in Apple Valley, just in case you're wondering. A couple of schools there. Apple Valley and Eastview, and then Rosemont's about 2 miles away from there. And Lakeville North isn't that far either. And then Egan isn't that far. There's a whole conglomeration right in that area. Glass. This is Carpenter. Oh my, just they misread each other.
Yeah, that's the first miscommunication we've seen in this game from Eastview.
Timeout, 3:42 first half, state championship. Let's look at points in the paint here, Leah.
Well, Eastview has done a tremendous job of getting points in the paint. It's come from a few different players, and that's Walstad. This is Alapate. Good movement without the balls, that's Abrams. And getting high percentage shots down low. 18 to 10, they're winning in that category for points in the paint. That's about movement, hustle, communication, and getting the ball where you want it. Those are high percentage shots.
You gotta love these bands, don't you? They bring a fun attitude to this arena. That shot might have been partially blocked by Carpenter, I'm not sure, but either way, it does fall short of the mark. And Emma will bring it up left side. Guarded by Presley. That is Jade Presley just in there. She wears 23 for the Royals. Three-minute mark. 7-point lead for the Royals. Walstad matched up against Hammonds. Carpenter will bring it up. Bueckers will pick up her. Now the pass out to the corner, and that three still won't fall for them.
Yeah, and they're a good three-point shooting team, and I'm sure that will be part of the conversation at halftime. That's going to have to come on in the second half.
Bueckers goes to the ground, draws a foul. Closed caption brought to you by Touchstone Energy. Together, we save. Guebert will pick up the personal. Boy, this game started out right away, right off that opening tip, right to the hoop, then back and forth, and then nice big lead for Hopkins. They managed to hang on to it, got a little slimmer than it was.
Well, that's what I like about these championship games, even though the players are a little bit tired from, in particular, the ones who played yesterday. They're so excited, but the nerves are gone. It's now, let's just go out there and get a win.
All-state player, Paige Bueckers, sinks them both. So now gets some pressure. Bueckers already got 23 points with it.
Yeah, in the first half, that will be a conversation in the Eastview locker room as well.
Walstad now in the low post, got the shot off, good pressure, and a foul too.
It feels like Eastview is a lot more comfortable now going up against this defense from the Royals. They're taking their time rather than forcing their shots.
Megan Walstad, the 6'2" senior, is at 8. That's her first free throw. She'll give you 15 points a game. And she'll go to Wisconsin, Milwaukee next year. She committed last year.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Some players like to get it done with.
33-25 now. Here comes Bueckers. She's off to just an absolutely scorching start. A rare miss here for her in the first half. Cassidy Carson with the rebound. There's a wide open look for the Lightning, and it pays off. Andrea Abrams has had a nice start to this game.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot for this team in this tournament. She's been playing above her season averages.
Nice honor for Dave Stead before the game. What a nice job he's done as executive director of the State High School League.
Guy. I've enjoyed working with him and being on committees with him. He's an amazing person.
Well, at halftime, I encourage you to stick around because we have a great halftime show there. We call it the Tria Orthopedic Center halftime show, and we'll have highlights and interviews. And Chris and Marissa and Jenny always look forward to what they have to say. There'll be plenty to talk about. We've had a heck of a tournament here so far. Lightning with the ball, minute 20 to go. There's that pressure defense you talked about.
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to rattle you and make you make bad decisions. But Eastview is feeling a little calmer in it right now.
Oh, nice play. Abrams is looking sharp out there. Feeds it off to Walstad.
And Hopkins looks a little bit tired, as they should, getting ready to go into the half. And I'm expecting we'll see that defense ramp up again in the second half.
We're down to 3 points. Crowd is into it. Bueckers gonna wait.
Yep, she's gonna get the last shot.
That was a 13-point lead earlier that Hopkins had to start.
And they're gonna stall this off so they get the last shot before they go into the locker room.
Suggs to Bueckers. Not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. There's a lot of teams I thought should have done it in the tournament.
Oh, darn near double dribble.
And what you don't want to do is turn it over.
Bueckers.
The key is, what time do you decide to go in and get to the basket?
Now Brian Cosgrove saying go. He's waving him to go.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's going go, go.
Yeah. Now Bueckers will get the shot off. It's going to be off the mark. What a follow, but it won't go. That's a big break for the Lightning there, getting up to within 3 before the half. Hopkins with the lead. I like it. Championship game. Tight, tense, crowds into it, fans into it.
So just what we thought it would be.
Let's go courtside with Allie.
Coach, how did you force this late half turnaround?
You know, I think it just took the 5 minutes to adjust again, but starting to play a little bit more of our basketball where we attack first.
I hear you telling your girls to attack, but you're also reminding them to have fun.
It's all about having fun. When we have fun, we play really good basketball. I mean, that's why we play sports, is to have fun. So,
what's the strategy heading into the second?
I think being in attack mode first. Megan's got to keep getting the ball a lot more, continue to be aggressive. I told Andrea she was going to hit the next 3. Have that mentality of we're just as good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Hopkins Royals always great under the direction of Brian Cosgrove, and that's Molly Casper, Winona State grad. This is her 3rd year, 82 wins already in that short amount of time, and she's got to get ready for Monday because she'll be the softball coach on Monday as well.
I think she's worried about the next 20 minutes here. She's focused on that. It's a big game, and her team has done well. Hopkins has come out and done what they want to do. They got a little bit tired there from that pressure defense that they play so well. Eastview did a nice job on the rebounds and dominating there. It's going to be a great second half.
From the Target Center, much more to come on the halftime show. It is Championship Saturday. 1 left to decide, 1 half to decide that on 45 TV. We'll let you See some of the work of the crew. Look at that shot.
Heck of a run there at the end of the first half by the Eastview Lightning. They erased what was, well, most of anyway, a 13-point Hopkins advantage. It's down to 3, 33-30. Hopkins leading Eastview here at halftime of the quadruple A girls basketball state championship game. Chris Long back here with you, live at Target Center on 45 TV, joined by Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, what do you think from Eastview? That's a great rally there late to get themselves right back in this.
Well, they stayed in it mentally. They didn't let the early lead that Hopkins had bug them. You know, like what Coach Casper said, they need to attack. They went into attack mode. They didn't back down. Look for them to keep doing the same thing. They are very patient on offense. Really good ball movement, getting very good shots.
Hopkins is a very deep basketball team. They didn't need to be in that first half. Paige Bueckers had as good a first half we've ever seen on a championship Saturday right there, scoring, what was it, 23 points.
We know she's good, but she just proved to everyone how good she is. Paige Bueckers is playing this basketball game with a different attitude. You can see it in her body language. You can see it on her face. She does not want to lose this basketball game.
Show you the first half highlights, and here's exactly what Marissa was talking about, Paige Bueckers. It's not like she's forcing shots. She's getting her opportunities within what they're trying to do, and she's just hitting everything she's throwing up, Marissa.
She's incredibly patient with her offense. She surveys the court. She takes what's there. She makes everything look really easy.
She scored 17 of Hopkins' first 22 points as they built that 13-point lead. She has 23 of their 33 in the game as they built that 3-point lead. Now over for Eastview. Paige Bueckers is the Metro Player of the Year. Megan Walstad, Jenny, she's a Ms. Basketball finalist, showing us why today.
Well, there you see her attacking the basket. She's not backing down. She's going up strong. She has 11 points and 4 rebounds. What I liked was how she stepped outside there on the baseline and hit that jumper. That's a tough shot to make. She's on fire right now.
She has 11 points, 4 rebounds. Andrea Abrams, 7 points as well for the Lightning. Tonight's stats are brought to you by U.S. Bank. The power of possible. Look at the shooting performance on both sides. Both teams, Marissa, over 50% for the game.
Both teams are shooting incredibly well, especially when you consider the defense that both teams are playing on each other.
Jenny, a very different way. Eastview 8 assists. Hopkins just 1. That's a product, I guess, of Paige Bueckers, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's a credit to Eastview moving the ball around a little bit better than Hopkins.
Eastview trailing by 3 here at halftime of the 4A title game. Second half coming up. Earlier tonight, we crowned a AAA champion, Robbinsdale Cooper, making their first ever state tournament appearance. They run all the way to their first ever championship. Such a great performance. Mimi Wheeler down low, so strong, and Asia Wheeler doing her part up top. What struck you by Cooper taking the title, Jenny?
What struck me was their team defense, their hustle, kind of their never say die attitude. They just kept coming at it, and eventually pulled away and won.
Marissa, what'd you think about the first ever title for the Hawks?
You know, I think games like this are what make Championship Saturday so special. This is something that all of us will remember, and they will for sure remember for the rest of their lives.
Asia Wheeler had 15 points and 4 rebounds. I want to mention TT Long, so good all tournament long. She had 9 points and 9 rebounds, and there are the first ever champions in girls basketball from Robbinsdale Cooper. Let's go down to Allie Arnold.
Coach, what do you think of your team's first half efforts there?
We got to do a lot better job of hitting the boards. We got to get other people scoring. Paige had a hell of a half. So, you know, if we get other people involved, I think we'll be okay.
How do you get more players involved offensively?
Well, they got to be aggressive. They got to go out and execute better. Eastview does a really nice job of executing a half-court set, so we got to get better.
Thanks, Coach. Dave and Liam.
Yeah, he's a great coach, Allie. Brian Cosgriff, the McAllister grad, 19 years, 505 wins, I think is what I have him at. He is, I mean, it's pretty, he's pretty amazing. Well, you got a unicorn in your band. That's pretty good luck charm, don't you think? And not only a unicorn, but one that can play an instrument like that.
One thing I think was interesting that Coach Cosgriff just said was that he loves that Paige had that big first half, but you have to get everybody else involved. And I think that really is critical because he knows that one player can go cold.
Hey, here's your Championship Saturday activity. I'll mention that Rosewood game because we talked about Paige Bueckers getting 23 in the first half. Last night, the Rosewood game, Casey Baravich popped in 26 and a half. She ended up with 40 in the game.
Yeah, those sisters had 60 points. together in that game, right?
Yeah. It was something to watch. They almost came back after being down by 21 today.
Oh, yeah, that was the game before, actually. That was the semifinal game.
But congratulations to Sauk Center for winning the state championship. Their first one. There's Mariah Alapate. There's Paige Bueckers right there, sophomore. And two programs that have gotten to know each other very, very well.
Yeah, and I think they enjoy playing against each other. You know, you want to play against the best, and when you have so many players on both teams that are at this high level, that's who you want to go up against.
There's a block and a foul. Yeah, the numbers are off the charts, actually, in the first half shooting.
Well, there's Megan Walstad, who we know has to have a big second half here, and you can see where she's been hitting her shots. And she is a special player. She is a Miss Basketball finalist. I would think one of the top candidates.
Mariah Alapate with her 7th point. She is 3 of 4 from the line. She's had a really strong tournament for the Lightning.
Well, she has a lot of intangibles that are fun to watch in this game. Just her movement, her basketball IQ, the way she cuts off of screens.
And as I recall, she got hurt last year, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she had an ACL injury.
Yeah, I think that was last year, so that's all not easy to come back from either and get back into the flow.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Amaya battle. Gonna move it around. Try to get inside Alapate. We're going over the top of Chakolis. They've done a nice job really limiting Dlayla. She's got 5, but of course Bueckers was just in charge. You know, sitting next to Molly Casper, Bree Zabel played, I believe, at Northfield for Tony Matheson, who was coached in the game prior to this.
Oh, yeah.
Tony's
okay.
a great coach, got his team to the championship game.
Such a great guy, and he's so great with those young ladies. The way he's so positive with them.
Oh, God, that was really cool to see how they handled that game and just telling those girls to enjoy the run they just had. That was pretty neat. You often forget about the mentorship that some of these coaches are providing these kids.
And you see in these programs that are run so well, everyone talks about having fun and the bigger picture with sports.
Possession arrow will go to Hopkins.
Everyone's battling for the ball. There are going to be no easy gimmies in this one.
Bring the ball up, Amaya battles. She is just an 8th grader. And again, Brian Cosgrove was telling us she just came to life when Paige Bueckers went down earlier this year and somebody to take charge, and she did. And then all of a sudden she grew into a starting role and just made the team even better than they were.
8th grade, starting for Hopkins High School. You know, she's super smart, nice young lady, and she's learning from the best.
Bueckers, of course, she played as an 8th grader too. There's a good move by Chakolis. She'll give you 15 a game. She's halfway there almost. 35-32 Royals.
Hopkins could really use her heating up here because she's so consistent down low. When she gets the ball, she's going to get it. But she already has 2 fouls.
Guebert to Carpenter. Carpenter slices it up the middle. Good rejection by Hammond. And then they get it right back, and Walstad's going to hit the 3. We're tied up.
And that's what the Lightning have been waiting for, to see if they can heat up from the 3-point line.
Suggs to the hoop, off her foot, out of bounds, turnover, the Royals.
Let's see if Eastview can take advantage of the Royals' mistakes.
Here comes that pressure D, trying to get into Walstad. Pretty dangerous pass.
That was a dangerous pass.
Turnover.
Oh, that could have been a travel.
And that could have been an over and back. That was out of bounds. So it'll go back to Eastview. That was a flurry of activity. There's that Walstad 3. And the bench reaction. Tied up. How about that? Second half state title game. Eastview came in undefeated.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a good one, didn't we? We've been talking about it for a while.
Carpenter. Walstad guarded by Hammond. Let's try the other side now. This is Carpenter again. She's moving all over the court. Guebert. A little bit of traffic now. Cross court. What do you think of Abrams so far in this game?
Well, she's been big.
There'll be fall on Dlayla Chakolis.
Abrams has just been really calm, and when she gets the ball, she's solid, and she's hit some big shots.
Boy, Eastview is, it's hard to get used to the Hopkins defense, but they've done a nice job. Carpenter.
Ooh, that's a foul. Oh, a travel. I thought she was going to say she used her elbow.
Yeah. Ball will be inbounded by Angie Hammond. Bueckers walking down to the other end.
Yeah, and coach making sure someone is guarding her.
Now Hopkins trying to shift that defense around. Bueckers, she can shoot from anywhere in the court. Can't give her much room. Walstad's coming out on her. Make sure she doesn't get that 3 shot. Suggs. She has 5 in the game. Chakolis will come off of that pass. Back to Bueckers. She's guarded by Alapate now on that side. Paige has room to shoot. Whistle. A foul underneath. That was away from the shot. That must be on Angie Hammond.
Yeah. And Alapate seems real happy about it. I didn't see it, but it must have been some pushing down low. Let's see. You can see him battling. Hammonds is in the front. Whoa.
Timeout. 14:36. Tied up at 35s. Back on 45 TV following the intermission. I feel like we're on the old Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Sometimes the band's playing some great stuff during the break.
That's right.
Wow, there's that trap. Guebert has it. She's in trouble. They're going to be forced to call a timeout. Good defense by Hopkins.
Great defense. And if you make them waste a timeout on it, that's a success for Hopkins. The one piece that Eastview is doing very well in this game is rebounding the basketball.
Let's look at Megan Walstad, Leah.
Well, this Miss Basketball candidate has been critical and crucial for this team all season long, and they look to her in this big game, and boy, she's done some nice things down low, some nice mid-range game, nice little turnaround, and she pops a big one. She's strong and physical. We've heard many stories throughout this tournament about her unselfish play, always looking for others, wanting to make sure that she is not always the first one shooting, but her coach in this game in particular asking her to take the ball and shoot it.
I met some of the Roseau kids coming out after their game in the hallway and talk about some gracious young ladies, and boy, it was fun chatting with them, I'll tell you that. Walstad on a nice pass down low. First lead of the game for Eastview.
Easy little layup for Walstad.
Number 1 and 2 going at it here, and we're getting our money's worth. To the hoop. Oh, what a runner by Battle. That's her first bucket of the night. Walstad, she's got an open player on the other side. Sees her. Layup up. And this could be a 3.
That's frustrating.
Guebert.
That's 3 for her. Chakolis. That's an indication to us that Hopkins is tired out because they got beat back on defense, and Chakolis gets down there, but their only option is to foul at that point.
Macy Guebert with 6 in the game. Completes the trade. Lightning by 3. Battle right near that midcourt stripe.
Paige is looking for the ball.
Suggs short. They're going to let it go out of bounds. That'll go back to Eastview.
Yeah, that was a fast shot, one that not a great shot there by Hopkins.
Walstad to Carpenter. Guarded tightly by Maya Battle. Look at that. It's living up to a battle right there.
She's into it.
There's a travel probably. Yeah.
That's all about defense right there, and that's got to feel good when you can turn them over like that. Maya Battle.
And Hopkins says it as well as anybody, that pressure defense you talked about earlier. Here comes Battle now, and the 8th grader will take charge as kind of the floor general out there. Bueckers hasn't scored after 23 in the first half. It's amazing. Open look for Suggs.
Oh, and Walstad tips that, so they get that ball back, and there's the over the head.
That might have been tipped out by, no, that's off of Eastview right there.
Yeah, that was one that they could have just slowed it down and see if they could take advantage.
Get caught up in that excitement, that momentum.
Yeah, you
crowd
do.
is loud.
And it's more fun. Let's face it, some fun transition basketball is what you want to play, but you got to slow it down sometimes.
Your thoughts on Bueckers in the second half now, not taking hardly any shots?
Yeah, and I've been watching her communicating like she wants the ball. Just going to say.
Like just now. Tied it up. Carpenter. Good game. Fun to watch here at Target Center. Championship Saturday on 45 TV. Carpenter, season opening, kicks it out. Abrams for three. No. Follow. Hopkins. Here comes Bueckers. Let's see if she pushes it. Behind the back. In the middle. Got it.
Oh, she is so good.
Lots of time. 2-point lead for Hopkins now. Carpenter guarded by Battle. Ball knocked loose, but that's a foul.
The play of Paige Bueckers with the behind-the-back pass and taking it to the basket has gotten Hopkins' crowd back into this game.
Yeah, that was nice.
Maya Battle goes to the bench, but it was her defense that got everyone riled up and excited and got things rolling once again for Hopkins.
Carson back in. Macy Guebert will inbound the ball for the Lightning. And it's a great game here, 42-40 right now. Royals back in top. Carson sees an opening. She's going to go to the hoop. She puts it up and in, and that's going to count. And Cassidy, the freshman, has her first bucket of the night.
All these young players doing big things in a championship game. Cassidy Carson is able to hold on to the ball after getting pushed.
Jade Presley.
By Jade Presley. Yeah, that was impressive because most players would have lost the ball right there.
Carson gives you 5 points a game. Ties the game, could break the lead. Break the tie. It does not. Rebound battle for her, and Chakolis hauls it down. Hands it to Raina Suggs. She will bring it up. Raina gives you 16 a game. She's been held to 5 so far. Ton of time. Bueckers, she's taking charge. Off the back of the rim. Good board work.
You gotta love the hustle. Ooh, and it flexes the muscle too to let everybody know. But misses her shot, gets her own rebound.
That's her 30th point of the game. Walstad. Guebert's made a nice game. Carson. No fear for the freshman.
Oh, these young players.
1 point lead now for the Lightning. Bueckers.
They're dialed in.
Chakolis underneath, backs it up. That's a good shot for her usually, and a follow is not going to go. Rebound. Walstad, outlet. Guebert.
And Eastview continues to dominate on the boards.
Cassidy Carson against Jade Presley. High pass, Walstad. Nice job pulling it down. Then a foul. Who's this on? That's a charge. Give credit to Chakolis then for getting in there and taking that.
Eastview bench doesn't like that call.
Well, you can watch it. You can make up your own mind.
There.
See what you think.
I think that's pretty good defense. I don't mind that call. Yeah, I'm going to give that one to Chakolis. She's solid on the defensive end of the court.
Suggs, her team down by a point. Guebert on her. Presley on the wing. Bueckers. Carson, the freshman's got the job of the night. They're guarding her. Tipped momentarily. And this shot by the Royals won't go.
That tipped a little bit.
Yeah, partially blocked. Carson.
Oh, the side's open.
Foul.
That was a good read.
I think the benches are getting an equal workout as the players. Look at the freshman.
Yeah, she's just all of a sudden on fire, Cassidy Carson. She read that very well. There was a clearing there on that side of the court, and she took advantage of it.
One more time for Cassidy. High, Archie, free throw. Time out. 10:28, you can watch Paige Bueckers with this great move to the hoop as we take a break here on Championship Saturday. Back 5 TV. Hopkins band going at it. Let's take a look at the game summary tonight.
See what Eastview has done. They've had a team committee come in, but Walstad has been big. And for Hopkins, Bueckers has 30 points from the start of this game. She has carried this team.
Game summary brought to you by Catholic United Life Insurance, Annuities, and Retirement Products. 3-point lead. Hopkins running to the basket there. No good. Chakolis, good follow, and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line with a chance at 2, almost 3. Lake Conference, Hopkins, South Suburban, Eastview Lightning. Royals again good. Eastview again good. These have become 2 powers in girls basketball in the state. 7 points in the game for Dlayla. 8 now.
Hopkins has not been to the free throw line a lot in this game.
You haven't missed either when they've been there. 6 for 6 now. So yeah, 6 for 6. Honorable mention All-State player Chakolis as a junior. So backcourt action now for the Lightning, up by 1. Look at, there comes that 3/4 court trap.
Too dangerous.
Dangerous pass, yeah.
It's making you nervous.
Guebert, Carson, Abrams. Guebert going to penetrate the zone and partially blocked. Alapate trying to strong arm it up there, gets caught in the middle, and here comes Hopkins with a chance to regain the lead. And Chakolis off her foot, scrambled for the ball. Bueckers picks it up. You got a freshman and sophomore going at it out there on top. Raina Suggs to the hoop. Runner, not going to go. Rebound. Lightning. Alapate makes sure when she gets a rebound, she's got it. One of the things we've seen a lot is just stealing rebounds down there, coming down low. Guebert feels it. Oh, in and out. Bueckers, she's going to push it.
Watch out.
Going to go right down the middle. Get it. Who's the foul on? Well, they'll take the pick 1 or 2. Either way, Bueckers is going to the line. Yeah.
And you knew she was going to get this by the way she's going right in between the defense, or the defense kind of just collapsed right in front of her.
Yep, everybody moving. Smart enough to take advantage. Look, you can see everybody moving. I'm just going in there.
Yeah, they couldn't get in front of her in time because she is lean, she's fast, she gets down the court so quickly.
Okay. Well, it was their best game of the year, but it's got to be up there. And when you save it for a state tournament.
The championship game, it's a nice idea.
Hopkins now by 2. Walstad down court, almost stolen by Suggs. Knocked out of bounds. And the ball will be inbounded by Macy. Guebert having a nice game here tonight. 49-47, 8:51 to go in the ball game. State championship on the line. Guebert trying to inbound the ball, looking for Carpenter. Tough pass. Good defense.
Eastview's turned that ball over about 12 times in this game.
Two-point lead for Hopkins Royals. Out on the wing, I think Chakolis now looking, and Suggs breaking to the basket. Good coverage down low by Guebert to make sure she didn't get that easy hoop.
Yeah, there are no easy baskets in this game. Both sides have been playing outstanding defense.
Bueckers going around looking for a trap on her. They got it. And Coach Cosgrove right there to call a timeout. He saw the trouble.
Yep, you got to love that when your defense can get the coach to call a timeout. 2-point
lead for the Royals. We have 8:23 left in the second half here. Let's look at Paige Bueckers tonight.
Well, if you've never seen Paige Bueckers play before, this is what she can do, and it's a little bit of everything. Just if you just watch her moves, the way she uses her body, her confidence, her behind-the-back passes. I mean, she's an outstanding passer as well, but tonight she's needed to carry the team on her shoulders with scoring.
33. I believe that's the second best performance in the state tournament so far at 33. And this game's still got plenty of time left in it. We saw 40 last night from Casey Baravich of Rosen. Suggs guarded by Abrams. Hammond back out. Suggs has got an open look for three and bouncing deep into the corner. Hammond screening out Suggs, who crashed the board. I love the way she followed her shot. And she was going after it, and Abrams, she's been solid, man.
Her, basically, yeah. You said you're not getting the ball.
No, she's been a solid. Everybody's been solid for in this game.
A lot of smart basketball in this game, that's for sure.
Carpenter, Abram, looking down to the. There's Alapate. She gets a shot off.
Alapate is just such a calm player. A lot of players would have not made that layup because they would have forced it up.
49s. There's a that stopped. I think there's a travel. Yeah, they called that before the shot.
The fans called it.
Fans are great again.
Yeah, they're in it. They're in it.
7:40. Emma Carpenter. Suggs on her. Down to Walstad. Can't get the shot off out of bounds. Off Hopkins. Lightning basketball. Brian will send someone in and bring out Presley and bring back Amaya Battle. Walstad out on top. This is Abrams. Carson. Tight coverage. Look at the freshman. No sweat. Goes right to the hoop. Man, is that an impressive piece of work. Cassidy Carson.
Where does she come from? She's been outstanding in this game.
Steal. Lightning by 2 now. Carpenter, there's Alapate. She wanted that shot. She's lined up for 3. Oh, she knew what she wanted.
That was good communication. She was
Get the ball over here. I got it. I'm feeling it, baby. 54-49. To the top. Suggs driving. There's a bump and a foul. That slows the mo in the building a little bit. We're going to have a timeout. There's Alapate's shot, taking it a break on 45 TV on Championship Saturday. 45 TV. Hopkins down by 5. Bueckers, boy, she forced that up through the foul and somehow had enough strength to get that shot off and almost made it.
Yeah, her ability to create, and I know at halftime, Coach Kos talked about wanting to get other people involved, but really, Paige Bueckers has continued to carry his team. And why not?
That's the first free throw she's missed tonight. She had hit 4 in a row prior to that. 33 points on the night already for her.
And the next highest scorer is Chakolis with 9.
Gets that one. Makes it a 4-point game. Cassidy Carson, the 6-foot freshman, is making a statement in the state championship game.
Uh-oh, she
almost lost
almost
it.
turned that one over.
Abrams takes a dribble, so a little bit of trouble. Carson.
For some help.
Yeah, Adams is on her. Walstad, Hammond on her. Almost lost the ball. Now down on the floor. Looking for a give and go to Carpenter. Oh, and she's falling away in.
Walstad, what a smart play. Just about to turn the ball over. Instead gets a nice little pass as her teammates drive into the basket. Emma Carpenter.
Emma, 5'10" sophomore. They won their section title over Apple Valley. Crosstown rival. One more time. Carpenter measures it up. And Eastview increases her lead to 6. Hopkins, Royals with the basketball. Down in the corner. There's Suggs. That three underway. Just missed it. Rebound Abrams. Man, does she block out nicely, doesn't she,
yeah,
under there?
She does a great job of using her body to create space.
Carpenter. Alapate. Kick out. Corner. Three on the way. Too hard. Rebound. Bueckers. And here comes Paige. And she's got a look of determination in her eyes. Kicks it out. Suggs for the three again. This time she got her.
That's a big shot by Raina Suggs.
Three-point game. Carson. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Yeah.
He's going to walk it off. Nice unselfish play by Paige Bueckers, passing the ball off to Raina Suggs. And that's a three.
5-22 in the state championship game. Lightning have only lost 14 games since they won the 4A state title in 14. You realize that? Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Wow.
82 games during that span. Missed the free throw. Here comes Hopkins. Chance to tie or get it to within one. Suggs lets it fly.
Oh, wow. I don't think that's a foul. Eastview in the hunt for the perfect season. That was fun watching Sauk Center get their perfect season at 33-0. Never been done before with 33 wins. You can see the other teams who have done it.
Suggs has 8 tonight. That's her first free throw of the evening. She's a 73% free throw shooter. There's Mariah Alapate coming back in, and taking a break will be Macy Guebert. Everybody, both teams, really putting out a great effort. This is what you want a championship game to be like. And there it is for Suggs. Makes it a 2-point game now. Still a lot of time. 5:14. Walstad, and she's tied up. Boy,
nice
aggressive
job.
defense.
Yeah, we're seeing a little uptick again in the Hopkins defense.
That'll be Eastview basketball. Tough getting it in against them sometimes. We've seen a couple turnovers off of this. Walstad. Carson. Going to look for the trap here, so she recognizes it. Carpenter, Carson, and Walstad. There comes that pressure defense, and they see an opening. Alapate on a nice dish by Carpenter.
A couple of things about Eastview. So many good players on their team. There's so many well-coached players, and then their ability just to play and cut good, solid basketball.
Boy, that's heads up by Chakolis. Yeah. That could have been a block on Bueckers, and that could have kind of devastated a little bit. And instead, they just keep their head in the game. And there's a foul.
Yeah, Chakolis has been everywhere.
That's her fourth foul. Megan Walstad tonight with 16 points. The All-State player, the Pioneer Press's East Metro Player of the Year. Gets that one. One more time, trying to increase that lead, and she does. 4 points again. Lightning bench liking it. Here comes Raina Suggs. What a battle.
Yeah, this is just back and forth. Great basketball on both ends. Nothing comes easy, but the offense does come, even with this great D.
Suggs, she's feeling it. Ooh. Battle on the board. Chakolis. Shot and no. Rebound. The battle. Alapate has it. Off the Walsh. Got a 2-on-2 break.
She wants it back. Alapate got down court.
Boy, did she ever. Couldn't get it to her, though. Carson back out. 3:55. This is Walstad. Alapate. Chakolis.
Hopkins open.
They kick it out. Abrams. Too much.
Who's there?
Look at Alapate. Had a rebound and then goes out of bounds. And who's getting the basketball?
Like Eastview.
Well, we'll take a timeout and figure that all out here in a second. 60-56 Lightning. Which happened earlier today in our championships in the A. That's Brooke Walter or Lyle Pacelli dishes it off to Christy Fett, who had a monster game today. She's going to Mankato State next, or Minnesota State Mankato next year. Then in the AA, we saw Sauk Center finally win the whole thing. That's Mason Thiessen right there. She's going to go to Duluth and play next year. And then in the AAA, we saw this just a little while ago with Cooper, first tournament ever, and they won it. And that is a freshman, Tibble, hitting that shot.
We have been lucky to see a great day of basketball today, haven't we, Dave? That was some good stuff.
A lot of talent in this state. You know that better than anybody. A lot of these kids are going on to the next level and making a difference.
Yeah, they really are. It's just so great to see where we're at here with girls basketball in the state of Minnesota.
Walstad trying to power it up. Can't get the rebound. Bueckers has it. Quickly down. Suggs guarded by Walstad. No shot there. Now they set it up again, and Battle has it. Back to Bueckers against Alapate. She'll stop and pop.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet little shot. There's just no way to stop that.
36 in the game for her. No one else on the team, I don't think, has double figures yet at this point. Well, maybe, no, I bet Chakolis might have gotten into double figures.
Chakolis has 11.
Yeah, last shot.
Chakolis.
Carpenter. Walstad. Look at that defense. Walstad still wants to go with that hoop. Trying to move. Covered nicely. Carpenter. Megan looking out. 2.5 minutes. Alapate. The kick out Abrams. The freshman Carson.
Got a height advantage over Battle. Gonna take it. Freshman against an 8th grader. Oh, that's another foul on Battle.
That's it. And the 8th grader will lead the game.
She has been outstanding in this game, and her defense, you know, that is a foul, and that's 5. But what a great job by the 8th grader.
So Coach Cosgriff will take that time to talk a little bit to his players as Battle. We'll see her a lot.
Yeah, you're going to see her a lot over the years, and the reason she got a lot of time in this game, and it was because of her defensive presence, the way she gets low, the way she makes you readjust your game. She was outstanding.
Cassidy Carson having quite a title game. Just hit her 10th point, all in the second half.
Eastview has so many options on this team. You're never really sure who's going to step up and be that big player. But boy, as of late, it's been Cassidy Carson. She has really done some things for this team in the second half.
Chakolis, Bueckers, guarded by Carson. Chakolis, we're under 2 minutes now. Bueckers, there's that jumper. That one's a little bit off. He hasn't missed many tonight. And a foul on the rebound. Maybe not so bad, though. It stops the clock right away. But that's your 4th.
Feeling like Eastview has control of this game, but wow, there's a ton of time left there. Minute 53. A lot can happen.
You see her numbers. Pretty good free throw shooter. $19 points from Megan tonight. Minute 52, 6-point spread. Bueckers with the ball. She is having a night. Trying to weave it in. Get some help out in that corner. Covered up. That Eastview defense doing a nice job. And there's a bump down low. This will be.
And the freshman.
Yeah. So Carson will pick that up away from the play, but that'll be free throws. That'll be a bonus situation for Dlayla Chakolis. 11 points, honorable mention, all-state player. She's had a really nice state tournament at 18 yesterday or 2 days ago, and 12 the day prior to that.
Yeah, well, she helps you so much on both ends of the court.
Perfect. Minute 37 left in the state championship game. Best game of the day so far. One more time. And Coach Cosgrove will call a timeout.
Eastview's only up by 4 here. The minute 37, and with the defense that Hopkins plays, could turn things around real quickly.
Second half's been strong for the Lightning. They were down by 3 at the end of the first half.
Well, they started sharing the ball and hitting some outside shots, and Megan Walstad has really been huge for them in the second half. But then there was this young lady, a freshman named Cassidy Carson, who stepped up and started getting the ball, and Alapate's been fantastic the entire game. So that, as you expected from Eastview, you get a lot of different players stepping up. They have 1 through 5 or 1 through 8 or 9 players that can all contribute. Well coached, move the ball well, great communication, and Hopkins has been outstanding as well. They've done it on their defense, and they've done it with a star player in Paige Bueckers.
One of the things that Eastview did this year, a little more than they've done in the past, and Coach Casper will tell you that, is they got into the weightlifting. Felt in some games last year that they were just kind of out-muscled. So she had them in the weight room a lot more this year.
Well, that certainly helps for the rebounds.
Minute and a half. The freshman tied up. Chakolis quick as she can be to get in there and tie that up, and now it goes back to Hopkins.
The defense gets them another possession.
Angie Hammond will toss the ball in. She's working with 4 fouls. So is Chakolis, by the way. Now under a minute and a half to go. State title on the line here at Target Center. Chakolis muscles her way in, doesn't get it. Alapalte makes the rebound. Carpenter picks it up, but there's going to be pressure everywhere you look. And the freshman.
Get over, you gotta get over.
Pass.
Oh yeah, you gotta get over. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. That's the defense. That's what I'm talking about. With a minute left in this game, Hopkins gets that defense going, and the fans don't like how quick that call was.
Well, Coach Casper is very upset about it.
He's saying that's a quick 10-second count.
Yeah, you got to get right in the huddle as she does, and realizes she's just not a happy camper. Now that's, this point of the game, any whistle's going to get 2-3 looks at it. 64-60 is our score. Minute 8 to go, and that's what you're dealing with right now. Hopkins will have the basketball. And what a matchup it is. 1 versus 2. This is not disappointing, is it?
Not at all. This is exactly what we had hoped for. It's a great game for those who haven't seen these players play this year. You're getting the best of them right now.
14th state tournament for Brian Cosgrove and the Hopkins Royals. 11th state tournament for the Eastview Lightning. Their head coach Molly Casper. 2014 state champions. 6 state titles for Hopkins. The last one they had was in 2015. They came into this tournament too red hot. The Lightning did. They were outscoring their opponents. Hey, the truck just timed that call. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Yep. Good call.
Yeah, I didn't think that it seemed long. It was taking him a while. And when you pass the ball backwards on the court, it's never a good idea.
Yeah, the truck was on top of that, per usual. 45 TV. He's got a great crew working this game, man, behind the scenes. Bueckers, nice fake to the hoop. Good move, spinning, draws a foul. And with under a minute now, she goes to the basket.
So Hopkins defense getting them back into this game, and now Paige Bueckers is going to continue to try to get him within 2.
Alapate trying so hard to avoid the foul there.
Yeah, she was trying to make it clear that she didn't want to foul.
8,400 for the games here today. Bueckers, look at that. Look at the numbers. And she's a sophomore.
And it's so easy for her. It just looks easy.
Missed that shot. Rebound. What a battle. Everybody's going for it. They're going to let him play. Goes back to Hopkins. Royals down by 3.
Big possession for Hopkins.
Bueckers.
Got a chance to tie it.
Off of the pick. She's going to attack, back it up. This is a 2-pointer. Bouncing high up in the air. Look at another rebound. Chakolis.
She's amazing. It's a huge rebound by Chakolis.
Timeout at 29.1. I think they'll probably check the clock. I think the Hopkins coaches thought maybe it should be over 30. Let's see if that's what they're checking. What a finish, 64-63.
So this whole momentum back to Hopkins has started from their defense. And Eastview turning the ball over and then getting the 10-second count. And then Chakolis getting that big rebound. And that's the thing. Hopkins is going to beat you. If they beat you, it's forcing you into mistakes.
South Suburban and the Lake Conference going at it for the state title and giving everybody their money's worth. And kudos to the band and the bands. There you can see the clock. Now see if that's what they're talking about. Chakolis.
Time is left. Boom, it's in.
Now you call your timeout.
There's the timeout.
And you can see Cosgrove. So
yeah, you're right. It went down quite a bit after he called it.
Yeah. Yeah, 32-5.
Yeah, those coaches are good at noticing all the little nitty-gritty details.
They'll go back and explain everything to the coaches.
Eastview's feeling like everything's going against them right now.
Shaking a little bit. It's pretty tense.
Games decided by 5 or fewer. Lightning 3-0. The Royals 1-1.
Well, you got to get the ball in against this defense. It's not easy. And then how quickly do they foul? Or maybe they don't. Macy Guebert can look at that lineup up there on the top of the key. Oh, she had Carpenter. Goes to Walstad. Walstad back to Guebert. That's what they wanted. Lost the dribble. Oh, but a foul on Suggs. Clock at 28.3 now. Macy Guebert.
Let's look at that again. She's pushing it down. Well, you can call that.
Macy Guebert, 5'9" sophomore, and no problem.
Looks pretty comfortable on that line.
She does. She got 8 points in the game, 65-63. Big one to get that 3-point lead, of course, right here. 28.3 seconds. One more time, Macy Guebert for the Lightning. Yeah, 5 of 5 from the stripe. Yeah, and Carson will come in. Guebert will go out. See, now we're talking. A freshman comes in for a sophomore. There are a lot of young players in this game.
Well, I want the ball in Paige Bueckers' hands. if I'm Hopkins, and I want her to take that shot, that last shot.
Little give and go over to her on the left side.
To the basket.
Off of it, not going to go. Rebound going to bounce way out. Got 14 seconds left.
To Paige.
Suggs can shoot the three. She's pretty good at it.
Get it back to Paige.
And she will, and it is not going to go. Now you got 4 seconds, and that's Eastview's ball. Whoa, man, that looked like it was going down. Timeout, Lightning. What do you do now? Do you throw it down court?
Well, they're going to follow him right away. Let's see.
Suggs is a good three-point shooter.
Yeah,
Looked
I
like
don't mind her taking that shot.
Boy,
she's a great shooter.
And even when on through you thought it might be going. That's about as close as they get. Boom.
Oh,
man.
They can't believe it.
Yeah.
Most people in here couldn't believe it.
Well, he could capitalize on the energy coming off of everybody's heart right now. He could light the building.
Yep.
So here you are, coming down to this. 4 seconds left. Eastview #1 in the state. Hopkins #2 in the state. Lightning with a 3-point lead. They've got the ball. They'll toss it in deep down on the other end of the court. Hopkins is one of the best teams we've seen at defending the inbound pass. They've got one of the best shooters in the state right there, #1.
Can they get that ball and turn them over? And if not, they will follow them immediately.
But the Lightning were down right away in this game big time, and they just battled back, and it's been back and forth ever since. 2 great coaches, 2 great programs. Let's see what happens. Guebert, inbound pass. We're down to 3. 1 second. One down to .7. They'll walk down.
Well, this one will be a big one.
Emma Carpenter. Even if you were to miss, can you get a shot off in .7 all the way down? Carpenter. That should have done it right there. Eastview won the state title in 14. Trying to be undefeated. Carpenter, the sophomore, coming through. In her last 4, there it is. State champions once again. The Eastview Lightning. And they do it with an undefeated, perfect season. And disappointment for the Royals. What a game. Turns into a 5-point win for the Lightning, and Molly Casper has her first state title at Eastview. You've got just either incredible jubilation or unbelievable disappointment in a game like this.
I feel their pain on this one. That was a tough game for anyone to lose. And it was such a great game that they gave us. I really feel bad for Hopkins. But Eastview has to be so proud of what they just did.
What a game. What a well-coached game. There's our player of the game right there, brought to you by Preferred One. Achieve your best health with Preferred One health plans.
Yeah, Megan Walstad did what she had to do in this game for her team, and she did everything, and she scored, and she was strong, and she didn't make a lot of mistakes, and just kept the team steady, which is what you had to do against this Hopkins team.
Here's our play of the game. Play of the game.
And another player who is outstanding is Alapati. She was just so confident. That's a 40-37 lead for him right there. Alapati hits that, but she was rallying her team.
That is our play of the game, brought to you by Minnesota Rusco since 1955. Holy smokes. What a ball game. What a game against 2 really phenomenal programs. Let's get the awards going here with Dave Giles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to begin our awards ceremony. At this time, we'll present the 10-member Wells Fargo All-Tournament team. chosen by members of the Minnesota Girls Basketball Coaches Association. These students have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. And now the 2018 Class 4A Girls Basketball All-Tournament team. From Cretin-Derham Hall, forward, Franny Hottinger. From Roseville area, forward, Jada Johnston. From Lakeville North, guard Lauren Jensen. From Lakeville North, center Key James. From Hopkins, guard Paige Bueckers. From Hopkins, guard Dlayla Chakolis. From Hopkins, guard Raina Suggs. From Eastview, forward Megan Walstad. From Eastview, forward Mariah Alapate. And from Eastview, forward Andrea Abrams. Please join Wells Fargo and the Minnesota State High School League in congratulating these outstanding student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Class 4A Girls Basketball All-Tournament team. On Friday at Concordia University in St. Paul, the Class 4A Consolation Championship Trophy was awarded to Cretin-Derham Hall High School. This afternoon, the Class 4A third place game was played at Concordia University. The fourth place trophy was awarded to Roseville Area High School. Bronze medals and the Class 4A third place trophy were awarded to Lakeville North High School. At this time, we'd like to present the second place trophy and medals. These awards will be presented by members of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They are Jill Johnson of Waconia, Frank White of Woodbury, and Dave Swanberg of LeSueur Henderson. He is the president of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They will be assisted by Eric Martins, executive director of the Minnesota State High School League, and Lisa Lissamore, the tournament director. Silver medals and the Class 4A second place trophy will be awarded to Hopkins High School. Please step forward as your name is called. Number 1, Paige Bueckers. Number 3, Raina Suggs. Number 4, Elena Contreras. Number 5, Amaya Battle. Number 12, Imani Jones. Number 15, Sarah Cosberg. Number 21, Andrea Gray. Number 22, Kayla Adams. Number 23, Jade Presley. Number 24, Kira Mosley. Number 25, Angelina Hammond. Number 30, Maya Naji. Number 32, Taylor Woodson. Number 33, Dlayla Chakolis. Number 35, Samaya Buchanan. Number 40, Suzanne Patterson. Number 42, Rachel Yeager. Number 43, Tony Cody. Student manager, Cassidy Jelks. Student manager, Tiana Davis. Assistant coach, Chuck Burmeister. Assistant coach, Mike Contreras. The head coach of the Hopkins Royals, Brian Cosgriff. And now will the captains of the Hopkins team please come forward to receive the Class 4A second place trophy. Congratulations to Hopkins High School, second place, Class 4A girls basketball for 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Minnesota State High School Class 4A girls basketball champion is Eastview High School. The gold medals will be presented to each team member. Please step forward as your name is called. Number 4, Emma Carpenter. Number 5, Lindsay Wilson. Number 10, Michaela Bryan. Number 12, Isabella Tatum. Number 44, Annalisa Crenshaw. Number 20, Sierra Herber. Number 11, Malia Glenn. Number 21, Macy Guebert. Number 22, Lauren Glass. Number 23, Mariah Alapate. Number 24, Lauren Carlson. Number 25, Cassidy Carson. Number 31, Andrea Abrams. Number 32, Bryn Schwanz. Number 33, Azaria Raspberry. Number 34, Jordan Morris. Number 42, Courtney Carson. Number 45, Megan Walstad. Student manager, Michael Sheridan. Student manager, Marie Weigel. Assistant coach, Bree Zabel. Assistant coach, Ellen Spica. The head coach of the Eastview Lightning, Molly Casper. And now will the captains of the Eastview team, the 2018 Minnesota State High School Class 4A Championship Girls Basketball team, please come forward to receive your championship trophy. Congratulations to Eastview High School state champions, Class 4A girls basketball for 2018.
Really interesting here looking at us, just checking some of the stats during the awards presentation. And pretty darn good free throw shooting this one, Leah. Eastview was there 26 times, made 22 of those. Hopkins was there 15 times, made 12 of those. So two really nice squads. And those numbers were interesting as well, although Eastview had more turnovers. And they were down early in this game by quite a bit, but boy, they just kind of slowly crawled back and got themselves back in the game and never really lost their composure, which is easy to do against the pressing defense of Hopkins. An impressive come-from-behind victory for them.
Yeah, it really was a great game. I mean, both teams gave us their best effort, and it really came down to the way Hopkins wins that game is, can they force you into more mistakes? And Eastview just did a good job of taking care of their game, and they started shooting the ball better in the second half, and they got more people involved. But that was a tough one to watch either team lost. Yeah. I actually felt choked up at the end because it was just, they both gave you such great games, and so Eastview comes away the winner, and they deserve it.
Yeah, and they took the lead at 51-49 at 7:15 of the second half on a field goal by Cassidy Carson, the freshman who came out and just played a whale of a championship game. The last Hopkins lead was at 8:58 when they were up 49-47. Then Eastview got it at 7:15 and never relinquished it after that. Although that last three-point shot looked like it was cut up by Suggs.
Oh my gosh,
could not have been
so
closer.
close. Yeah, and it was fun to see different players step up at different times. And I thought Alapate was amazing. I thought there's so many. Megan Walstad was simply outstanding through the entire game, but then out of nowhere comes Cassidy Carson. So that's what these state championship games are about, is when big players step up for big moments. And for Hopkins, obviously, Paige Bueckers did that. And for those people who have not watched Paige Bueckers play before, you saw the best of her tonight.
Well, there's Mom, and that's her first one right there with her. She got another one on the way, and then, of course, she'll start coaching softball on Monday, but they're going to enjoy the weekend. That's for doggone sure. Nice to see Michael Sheridan there again with his team, getting a chance to be with his second state championship team there for the girls basketball program. But for Molly, a Winona State grad, her first state title, and it didn't take her too long to accomplish it.
Yeah, it's so fun to see. It's so well deserving, and that people don't really understand basketball is such a long season and what they miss, and through the holidays and the tournaments and the hours and the time, and so much goes into this moment, and we appreciate how much they put in, because we were able to watch some fantastic basketball because of it.
Allie's courtside.
Molly, how did you coach this team to not only an undefeated season, but your first ever title with the team?
That's a good question. I think we fell in love with the process of becoming great, right? We didn't want to chase the state championship. We just wanted time together and to get better every day and have fun, and we were able to accomplish that. They bought in.
You said you want to write a book about this team. How is this for a fairy tale ending?
It is the fairy tale ending. I could write a book. I could have so many stories, but they're just that special. I mean, when we won, all of them were in tears instead of smiles, because they're going to be sad about not practicing on Monday.
They are a special group, especially this senior here in Megan Walstad to your left.
She is a special girl. I haven't coached without her, so I'm excited because I get to coach her one more time in the All-Star game, but cornerstone in everything we do, buys into everything that we do. She does everything.
Congratulations, Coach. Man, Megan, what was it like to play in this one?
This was, I mean, it was amazing. Like, the atmosphere is great, and just playing with these girls for the last time. I mean, it's sad, but to end this way, I'm so happy. Like, this is an amazing feeling.
Talk about the resiliency of this team when you guys were down and you fought, you battled, and you won the state championship.
I mean, we knew they were going to come out hard, and I mean, we were down at first, but we knew that we could fight back. We've done it before, and we just had to keep pushing and never give up.
And what do you have to say about your coach and Casper right here?
I mean, she's an amazing coach, and I love her so much, and all of it, like, all of this goes to her. I just love her so much. I can't, no words to describe it.
Congratulations, you two. Enjoy it with your team.
Thank you.
Chris.
Yeah, when Megan Walstad, Andrea Abrams, and Mariah Alapate were in 8th grade, they watched the Eastview Lightning High School varsity team win their first ever state championship. And here, now that they're seniors, they've done it again. Congratulations to the Lightning. They take home their second state title. They beat Hopkins 68-63 to polish off a 32-0 championship winning campaign. We'll break this one down for you coming up after this on 45 TV. Back with you live at Target Center. Eastview beats Hopkins 68-63 to claim the Class 4A state championship in girls basketball. Chris Long back here with you, along with Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, not a bad basketball game.
Oh, it was a fantastic basketball game. I love when I see high school girls basketball played at that level. As a kind of an, old retired basketball player and coach, it's so nice to see how the game has grown to that level. That was something else, Chris.
Marissa, what do you think?
That was an unbelievable basketball game. Kind of like Leah said, you hated to see one of those teams lose because they both played so hard, and you could see that they wanted it so badly.
It's an amazing individual performance in this game on both sides. None maybe better than Paige Bueckers, just a sophomore. You've heard a lot about her. If this was your first chance to see her, welcome to the party. What a game for Paige Bueckers, Marissa.
She came out firing, and I think that credit to Eastview's defense, because they came out in the second half and they limited what Paige was able to do in the second half.
She had 37 points in the game and did it all sorts of different ways and still found ways to get her teammates involved. You'll see down the stretch, she wasn't forcing shots. She was trying to help her teammates have a chance to win the game. On the other side, Eastview, just a great effort. Megan Walstad, the Miss Basketball finalist. You're also going to see a couple of other players. Cassidy Carson at 11 points all in the second half, Jenny.
I was really impressed with Cassidy Carson. She came off the bench and really gave her team a lift. And then she guarded Paige Bueckers and really was the one who shut her down.
So late in the game, Dlayla Chakolis hits this putback for Hopkins, made it a one-point game with 32 seconds left. Eastview hit a couple free throws to make it a three-point lead at 66-63. Hopkins had the ball off of Bueckers' miss. Raina Suggs got a second chance at it, and the three-pointer that would have tied it did everything but fall through the hoop. And Eastview knows they've got it. They get the ball, they kill the clock, and they are state champions. What an amazing final few seconds of this game. Just a spectacular sequence there. Hopkins did everything, Jenny, but win the game there at the end.
Well, and I always say, and we talk about it, you know, as former coaches and players, I think games are 70% luck. And a ball that would bounce and hit the rim that much, that just proves the point.
The stats brought to you by U.S. Bank, the power of possible. One thing, Marissa, that is not luck, free throws. It is those boring hours of practice in the gym. Eastview hits 22 of 26. If any one of those 22 doesn't fall, we might be having a different conversation right now.
I think, too, you need to think about the fact that Eastview shot the free throw 26 times, which means they were not afraid to attack a very good Hopkins defense.
Coach Molly Casper and the Eastview Lightning champions for the second time. First time for Coach Casper. Last time it was Coach Guebert. They take home the championship trophy. We'll wrap up the 2017-18 season after this. The smoke has cleared, the dust has settled, and the top seeds all survive. Lyle Pacelli wins their first ever state championship in single-A Sauk Center, avenging a loss in the championship game last year in AA. They lost to Roseau last year. They win their first title in AA. Robbinsdale Cooper winning their first title in AAA and in 4A. Eastview makes it two championships. They are the champions in 2018 to match their title in 2014. As we wrap things up, we always kind of like to do our little retrospective here, favorite moments, or sometimes sort of our game balls, our favorite players from the tournament gone by. Jenny, I'll let you go first.
Well, I have to say Tori Peschel, because when a player is kind of sort of that hard worker, does it all, gets on the floor, she did it for me. As a sophomore, she had 13 points in the quarterfinals, 18 in the semis, 18 in the finals, had 15 rebounds in that last game. And I just really loved her hard work, her heart, and everything she gave to the game.
Still a lot there for that Sauk Center team. They may come back. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a round three between Roseau and Sauk Center next year. Marissa, yours?
I would have to say Eastview's Megan Walstad. Yeah. Jenny and I were really impressed with her throughout the whole tournament. Something I was thinking about as we were on commercial break is Eastview rotated player after player after player into the game. They're lucky they have a deep bench, but the one player that was always on the court was Megan Walstad. She had 20 points and 7 rebounds tonight in their championship game. She's calm, she's collected, she's so smart as a basketball player.
Yeah, definite steadying force. Going to do it for the 2017-18 girls basketball season here in the state of Minnesota. Congratulations to our 4 champions. The executive producer of the tournaments on 45 TV is Dennis Silva. Our director is Pat O'Connor. The studio producer is Brian Monahan, and our director of operations is Monica Doyle. I am Chris Long on behalf of everybody on camera and behind the scenes with 45 TV. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we are not done yet. We will be back on Thursday. We will bring you the Clash 3A and 4A semifinals for boys basketball. The excitement there even comes close to matching the excitement we've seen the last 3 days here. You're certainly going to want to tune in to see what develops. Lyle Pacelli, Sauk Center, Robbinsdale Cooper, and Eastview. Until this time next year, they will be the champions of girls basketball. Thanks so much for tuning in. Everybody, have a good night.